All right, let's just get right into it. We are drowning in AI hype, right? Everywhere you look, you're told it's super easy, that you can get the perfect answer just by asking a simple question. But if you've actually spent any time with these tools, you know that's not the whole story. The reality is often a real struggle, a constant back and forth, just trying to get something consistently good. So what's going on here? What's the big disconnect?
This quote, it just hits home, doesn't it? I think we've all been there. You see a new, more powerful AI model drop, and you think, yes, this is it. The days of fighting with my prompts are finally over. You think you can just kick back. But as this person on X kind of realized, that day, well, it's not here yet. Not even close. And that really brings us to the big question, the one we're going to unpack today. If this stuff is supposed to be so easy, why are we all still pulling our hair out trying to get decent, accurate results? Why is there this huge gap between the marketing promise and the actual experience of, wrestling with the thing to get something amazing? Well, it turns out we might have been sold a bit of a myth.
So this leads us to what I'm calling the prompting paradox. It's this weird situation where the same companies making these absolutely mind-blowing tools have also, maybe without meaning to, created this huge misunderstanding about what it actually takes to get the most out of them. Okay, look at this. This really lays it all out, doesn't it? On one side, you've got the marketing promise. Prompting is easy. Master it in minutes. Just ask a question. Simple, right? But then there's the reality. Your reality. It takes iteration. Different models act completely differently. And a vague prompt? Yeah, that just gets you garbage. It's not a simple question. It's a craft. A real grind. And this whole idea, this whole explainer, really kicked off from a single post on X. It was like a light bulb moment for a lot of people. It revealed this kind of hidden truth. For all the insane progress we've seen, we are still so early. We're basically just learning how to talk to these things. And look, this isn't just some random person's hot take on the internet. Not at all. When you start to listen to what the real experts are saying, I'm talking about the researchers, the CEOs, the people who are actually building this stuff, a completely different picture starts to form. And what's the consensus? What are they all saying? It's pretty clear. AI prompting is not straightforward. In fact, they pretty much all agree it should be considered difficult. Yeah, you heard that right. Difficult. This quote from Ethan Mollick at Wharton just nails it. He says, "Prompting remains more art than science." Think about that. It's not a chemistry experiment with a fixed recipe. He even points out how weird little things like just adding the word please can sometimes mess up the results. It's fluid, it's intuitive, it's an art form. And check this out. This is from Cognition Labs, the folks who made Devon. You'd think that as the AI gets smarter, prompting would get easier, right? Nope. They're saying the new advanced models can actually be more sensitive to things like clutter and messy instructions. It's like you have to be even more precise. Your skills have to level up right along with the AI. Okay, this one really gets deep. This isn't just about learning a few prompt hacks from a YouTube video. To be a true expert, it demands a cognitive transformation. That's a fancy way of saying you have to fundamentally change how you think. You have to start thinking about how the AI thinks, about tokens, about its attention patterns. You're learning its language, not just trying to make it understand yours. And the list just goes on and on. Look at this. You've got Aaron Levy, the CEO of Box, saying it's a critical skill. You've got researchers like Carlos E. Perez talking about really advanced stuff like boundary signaling, which is basically just a fancy term for setting clear rules for the AI. You have consultants saying it's all about improvisation, and evaluation firms calling the whole process messy and unpredictable. Do you see the pattern here? From every corner of the industry, the message is the same. This is a serious skill. All right, so if it's not a simple science with easy-to-follow rules, then what the heck is it? Let's pull all of this together, everything these experts are saying, and try to build a new way of thinking about what it takes to get amazing results. Let's give it a name: artistic prompting. Now, artistic doesn't mean it's just random or chaotic. It means it's a practice, a craft. It's about using your intuition, being able to improvise on the fly, and really developing a deep feel for how the AI processes information. It's the opposite of just following a checklist of rules that are probably going to be useless in a month anyway. So what are these true skills then? What does this art look like in the real world? Well, it's that cognitive shift, learning to think like an AI. It's using sophisticated techniques, not just basic questions. It's about building a kind of rapport with the AI, being able to improvise,
And it's also about being disciplined, right? Carefully designing and testing your prompts to see what really works with a specific model, because they're all a little different.
Okay, great. So prompting is a difficult art. Who cares? Why does this actually matter to you? Here's why. Because the moment you stop looking for the magic easy button and start treating this like a craft you can hone, that is the moment your results will absolutely skyrocket. It's a total game changer.
So how do you actually do that? How do you start honing your craft? 3 simple things. 1, embrace the grind. Just accept that it's a process of constant learning and experimenting. 2, tune your chops. Get in there and test different models. Give them the same prompt and see the wildly different answers you get. And 3, refine your prompts. Obsess over them. Tweak a word here, a phrase there. I promise you, you will be blown away by how much of a difference tiny little changes can make.
And really, that's the key takeaway here. The single most important point is this. We are nowhere near being done with this. Despite all the hype, we're not ready to give up on the art of the prompt. The people getting the truly amazing 10x results, they're not the ones who bought into the "it's easy" myth. They're the ones who've rolled up their sleeves and are treating this like a craft. So I'll just leave you with this one final thought. Every time you get a meh result from an AI and just accept it, every time you don't bother to go back and refine your prompt, you might be getting an answer, but are you getting the best answer? Are you leaving value and efficiency and, yeah, maybe even straight up money on the table, all because you're not treating this like the valuable craft that it really is?